Lashana Tova, and a very happy and healthy New Year to all my constituents.
Really excited. He calls me up, he says, Hilly, listen, I got engaged to a girl from New York, and I need some advice. I said, by all means, what do you need? He says, listen, he says, you know, I understand that there perhaps can be a bit of a language barrier. We refer to things differently than they do in the States. I said, true. He says, can you help me out of it? I said, sure. I said, you know, we call them pants, you probably call them trousers. I said, we call it a garbage can, you call it a dustbin. I said, we call it a lift, we call it an elevator, you call it a lift. I said, we call it a pamper, you call it a nappy. He says, Hilly, I've heard enough. Seriously, I've got it. I think I can figure this out. I don't think I need any of this for marriage. I think I'll be fine. As a matter of fact, I think that when I say trousers, I just sound more intelligent anyway. She'll probably go crazy. I said, no, there's some more things I gotta tell you about. He says, no, I got it. Seriously, I got it, Hilly, we're good. Fine. Calls me up a few months later, and I look at my calendar, I see his phone number come in, I'm like, whoa, it's the day after the first Shabbat brachas, it's the day after the wedding. And he calls me up, he says, hey, I've got a bit of a problem. I said, yes. He says, so last night my wife went into the room to tidy herself up before we go to the first celebration. And she comes out of the room and she looks at me and she stands there and she says, well, honey, how do I look? I looked at her and I said, darling, you look like £1,000,000. I told my friend, you don't got a bit of a problem, you got a big problem.
You know, they tell the story of a rabbi who was approached by one of his congregants. He said, the rabbi had a death in the family. He said, oh, gee, I'm very sorry. He said, I'd like you to do the service. He said, oh, sure. Who died? He said, my dog. He said, you're a dog? I can't do a service for a dog. He said, Rabbi, it's really important to me. He said, yes, but it's not appropriate. He said, okay, $5,000 for the building fund. Rabbi waited. He said, okay, and $5,000 to the discretionary fund. Rabbi said, okay, if it's that important to you, I'll do it. He said, but Rabbi, one thing, make it good. The rabbi comes to this cavernous hall, and there's the one man sitting there. And as he walks in, the man says, remember, Rabbi, make it good. The rabbi comes in, and for 45 minutes, he waxes eloquent about this canine creature. All of a sudden, in the middle, the guy starts crying and sobbing. When he finishes, the rabbi comes down, and he said, look, I know you loved your dog, but why all the crying and sobbing? He said, to tell you the truth, for 20 years, this dog was a loyal companion, and I never knew how much he did for Israel. All of us know that what we're going to hear about Rabbi Pikus will be true.
And the tough question is his name Pikus or Pikus?
Now I know that people occasionally call you Rabbi Pikus, but rest assured that even if people don't always get your name right on the first try, they will remember the lasting mark you've left on this community.
Rabbi Pikus or Rabbi Pikus?
Is it Pikus? To me it's Pikus.
Pikus, right? Pikus or Pikus?
Rabbi Pikus, Pikus.
Rabbi Pikus, or is it Pikus?
His answer is, it doesn't matter, whatever you like. It's just part of who he is and what a sweet guy he is.
Whether you say Rabbi Pikus or Rabbi Pikus, we have a great individual who has headed Cojo Flatbush since 1989.
There is not a block in the community that is not affected by a crisis. And they know there is a place to go to find refuge or help in this time of crisis. Cojo is that place.
Rabbi Pikus, I would like to congratulate you on this very fitting celebration of your years of important work for the community. Cojo of Flatbush provides much needed services to people throughout Brooklyn. It's a model of civic activism and kindness for the entire city.
Rabbi Pikus, you have led the way in Cojo's successful effort to feed the hungry,
help provide affordable housing, establish programs for at-risk youth, and advocate for the elderly and the disabled. You have served as a leading light in the Jewish community, as an outstanding example to all people of the power of compassion.
The favorite part is when people received help, when they felt they could walk out with a smile. We have changed their lives. We have made an impact on their entire being.
About 6 weeks ago, we do invitations, we get the venue ready, we get the caterer, go through the motions, and we now mail in envelopes. The third envelope that comes in is from the lady who writes, "I will not be able to attend, I'm elderly. Here's a $500 check. This is in honor of the small man with a big heart."
Name one person in the borough of Brooklyn that signifies community service and outreach. I don't think there's anyone that would top Rabbi Pikus.
When you thought of Cojo and Flatbush, you always thought of one person, of one face, one individual. He represented what I think life should be all about, making a difference in people's lives.
On behalf of 8.4 million New Yorkers, I want to thank you for dedicating your life to service, and also for showing us all the joy of helping others.